They are thousands of miles from home, yet their hearts beat to the rhythm of the Igbo drum. From the bustling streets of Houston to the quiet suburbs of London, from the snow-covered roads of Toronto to the heat of Enugu State, the Igbo people have carried with them a legacy, one of resilience, culture, and identity. This is Igbos Abroad, the untold stories of success and struggle. To understand the Igbo presence in the diaspora, we must first turn the pages of history. The story begins as early as the transatlantic slave trade, where many Igbo men and women were forcefully taken to the Americas. Even in chains, their culture endured, passed on through music, language, and spirit. Fast forward to the 20th and 21st centuries, and the Igbo journey abroad takes on a new shape: migration by choice. From students seeking education, to professionals chasing dreams, to families escaping the turmoil of the Biafran War, the Igbo migration to the West became a tale of hope, hardship, and survival. In the United States, the Igbo presence runs deep. Yes, even during slavery, in places like Virginia and South Carolina, Igbo culture traces survived. But today, the story is different and more empowered. With major communities in New York, Atlanta, Houston, and Los Angeles, Igbo Americans have built vibrant social and cultural ecosystems.
Umu Igbo Unite
Umu Igbo Unite was created to connect Igbo youth in America. We wanted a space to celebrate who we are and also give back to Nigeria, they say. Founded in 2005, Umu Igbo Unite, UIU, has since grown into a powerhouse organization helping second-generation Igbos explore their identity, foster career growth, and give back to their communities, both in the US and in Nigeria. And beyond the cultural festivals and networking events, real impact is happening. From medicine to tech, from education to entertainment, the Igbo American story is one of hard-earned success. But it's not always smooth sailing. Many second-generation Igbos in the US grew up caught between two worlds, one foot in America and another in Nigeria. How do you explain your culture to people who don't understand it? How do you live up to expectations of being a doctor, lawyer, or engineer while trying to follow your passion? These are the silent struggles many face. Yet, in that tension, a new kind of Igbo identity is being formed, one that is proud, rooted, global. Across the Atlantic, in the United Kingdom, the story is just as compelling. From London to Leeds to Manchester, Igbo immigrants have planted roots, starting as students, nurses, and entrepreneurs in the 1960s and 1970s. Many came with nothing but dreams and a suitcase. Today, they own businesses, raise families, and fly the Igbo flag high. Organizations in the UK, like the Umu Igbo Cultural Association, work hard to preserve traditions, teaching language, dance, food, and even proverbs to a generation that's never lived in Nigeria. But like their US counterparts, the Igbos in the UK must also navigate double identity. Being Black, African, and Igbo in the UK means facing racial prejudice, economic challenges, and often loneliness, but it has also forced communities that are tight-knit, proud, and committed to lifting each other up. Today, Igbos in the UK are breaking barriers in government, arts, sports, and education, proudly wearing their identity like armor. In Canada, the Igbo community may be younger, but it is rising fast. Immigration waves in the 1960s and 1970s brought in students and professionals. Today, that population has blossomed into tens of thousands, with many identifying Igbo as their mother tongue. In cities like Toronto, Ottawa, Calgary, Igbo communities are building new legacies. Organizations, churches, and festivals act as cultural bridges for the younger generation, helping them stay connected while adapting to Canadian life. Whether in Dallas, London, or Toronto, one thing remains clear: the Igbo spirit is unshaken. Through Ogene music, traditional weddings, yam festivals, Igbo church services, and proverbial wisdom, the culture lives on. Even the language, though at risk of fading, is finding new champions in the diaspora. From YouTube classes to WhatsApp groups dedicated to teaching Igbo, this is not just about nostalgia, it's about preservation and pride. Despite the distance, Igbo diaspora communities are deeply connected to Nigeria. They send remittances, build houses, sponsor local events, and even influence politics from abroad. And thanks to the internet, that bridge is stronger than ever. From Enugu to Edmonton, the digital Igbo network continues to grow, sharing stories, supporting businesses, and keeping families united. It hasn't been easy. Igbos abroad face visa struggles, discrimination, identity crises, and the challenge of raising children in cultures that may not understand their roots. But they've also achieved so much, from breaking academic records to starting global businesses, from leading political movements to telling authentic African stories in global spaces. The story of the Igbo abroad is not just about survival, it's about conquering new lands without losing your soul. They left Nigeria to find better lives, but they never left being Igbo behind. They are nurses in London, engineers in Texas, students in Toronto, and entrepreneurs in Chicago. They are mothers, fathers, dreamers, and doers, born by language, heritage, and a shared past. This is not just their story, it is our story. The story of the people who carry home in their hearts wherever they go. If you're part of the Igbo diaspora, we want to hear from you. Drop your story in the comments below. What challenges have you faced? What wins are you proud of? Let's keep the conversation going. This is Ebony People TV, telling our stories, one truth at a time.